can feel your touch. Promise you won't let go. And minds were meant to sail. Take a rest from my thoughts, take a break from this world, and you feel miles away from the places that we used to be. And minds were meant to sail. Take a rest from my thoughts, take a break from this world, and you feel miles away from the places that we used to be.
Yeah. Oh no!
So we explored Saint Pierre, which was quite cute, very small little town, very old. Up here, this is where we are at the moment, and we're headed down to Port de France, which is the capital of Martinique. So yes, I'm doing some work on the laptop, and Riley is outside doing exercise. What are you doing, Riley?
There's a rock over here shaped like a skull, shaped like a human head. I'm gonna go and film it.
Alright. Got the GoPro?
There's some snapper under it as well.
And Riley went for a dive near the boat, and you found
Face.
he found a giant face.
I was scared. If anyone can tell us about that, that'd be good.
Yeah, Saint Pierre.
What the hell was the big face at the Saint Pierre anchorage?
After Riley got over his strange encounter underwater and dried off, we pulled up anchor and left for Fort de France, which was about 17 nautical miles southeast of Saint Pierre. Bye bye rainy Saint Pierre. Riley's just spotted a halo around the sun, which is one of the indicators of bad weather, isn't it?
Yeah, I remember reading it a while ago in, I don't know, one of the books I've got. But you need like sort of 4 or 5 of the indicators to line up, and then you really start panicking. This is if you're right out in the middle of nowhere with no weather forecasting. But obviously your barometer, that. I think low level clouds going one way and high level clouds going another, and then obviously your different clouds that you've got, like the cirrus and those ones.
Got a bit of rain right here, and a bit of wind, so we're winding in the head sail. Oh, we are gonna get rained on in a minute. It's raining, Riley! It's raining! Because of the prevailing winds howling from the east, it was a bit of a struggle to get there, as we had to tack more than a dozen times. So what should have been a really short sail ended up taking us all day.
Elena dragged me along for a run. We went around the place, nothing was really open because it was raining, but we did find some cool little spots.
Unfortunately, we didn't stay in Fort de France long enough for the weather to clear up and to get a better feel for the place because we weren't really too impressed with the anchorage. Ferries everywhere, causing a wake. It's really annoying. Every 5 minutes, I think. Would you say 5 minutes?
Yeah.
I've seen like 5.
They're trying to sink Cunningham.
They are.
So we sailed from Port de France?
Fort de France.
Fort de France to Saint Lucia.
So we leave Port de France to Saint Lucia?
I've got to do my accent and everything again.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sitting on about 6 knots, we've got 25 knots of wind and on a beam reach, so it's not so bad. We're flying along to Saint Lucia. Just having some lunch. Struggling to keep the salad inside the bowl. Reading your book. Me too. Started a new one today. 1984.
Year of the rat.
The year you were born, hey?
You're not allowed to tell them that.
We're nearing Saint Lucia now and we're getting wind acceleration off the island again, gusting to 30.
Gusting to 30. We anchored in Rodney Bay, which is at the top of Saint Lucia. When we got there, we were greeted by this crazy dude that was trying to sell us fruit in a dinghy that was about to sink, and it had a couple of stories on it, and it was a pretty wild little contraption.
We bump into a local man out at Ditta and he offers to take us around the island in his car, so the next day we took a chance and we jumped in and it ended up being one of the best days Riley and I have had.
He was
ever.
a legend. It's one of those ones where if you've travelled a bit, you realise that it can really make a trip. A day like this, it was really awesome.
Yeah, totally unexpected.
Nobody's invested in irrigation. Now all these shops.
Do you have any dangerous snakes?
Yep.
What do you have?
We have a Fer-de-Lance, which is a pit viper.
Oh, really?
One
Yeah.
of the most venomous ever in the
And a
whole
very
world.
aggressive one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll want to bite you.
Watch out, Raz.
Joking.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing as bad as Oz.
No, we've got our fair share.
We hit a dead end on our way to some waterfalls as a fallen palm tree was blocking our path, so the boys got out the machete and tried to move it whilst us girls mostly watched and sucked on cacao seeds, which are very delicious if you haven't tried them.
You just suck on these.
It's a pretty big branch to cut. I wonder if we can.
Watch out!
1, 2.
Yay! I stepped in this waterfall and a giant crab grabbed my toe, so I wasn't getting back in the water, but the boys had a really good time in there.
So Nick took us to some hot springs and we hung out there for a bit, and we watched the guy climb like a massive tree and shake down a couple of coconuts from about 400 metres in the air. So it turns out that Nick owned a very flash resort of a whole bunch of bungalows that him and a bunch of dudes built from scratch. It was overlooking a little bay, which we didn't get to pull into, but we would like to have.
Awesome.
This is fantastic.
Yep. We must come here one day, Riley. We'll leave the boat in the bay.
Yeah.
And we'll come up here and say good day.
Well, we can all four come back here. I'll get us some rooms and we can just stay here. I don't come down here enough.
He took us down into the wine cellar and gave us a little history lesson of the
wine
island.
tastings down here as well. So they sit here. It's like obviously eight people maximum.
Are these chairs made out of?
These are actually made out of pine. These are made on property right here. In the part of Saint Lucia, which was around here, and we used to find musket balls in the soil all the time.
Wow.
You know, unspent musket shots in
Yeah,
the
okay.
soil. My mom used to have like a bowl of them. Anytime she was doing gardening, her little carrot patch, she would
Wow.
unearth all of these musket shots. You know, so this battle was in 1778, and this print came out shortly after it. And all the prints here are originals, all of them.
That's really cool.
Yeah. This is the cartographer of the French king at the time was a guy called Belen. So a lot of these maps are done by the French, basically.
To finish the day off, we were lucky enough to catch a beach barbecue buffet they had going on that night. So thanks a lot to Nick and Dani from Saint Lucia for an awesome day.
It's about 4 in the morning and I really can't sleep. It's so hot. So I'm eating some ice. It's one thing I've noticed as we've been travelling further south and south. It's been getting a lot more hotter and muggier, and yeah, every morning at about 3 or 4 it's just ridiculously hot in our rooms and there's no wind and it's a bit hard to sleep, so this has been the saviour of my soul. And you may think, it's just plain ice, like whoop-de-doo, but it's not plain ice, it's coconut water, which is honestly incredible frozen. Riley hates coconut water, so I know, crazy right? I do not understand how he could possibly hate coconut water, but it's the one thing in the fridge and freezer I don't have to worry about mysteriously disappearing and running out of, so I can always count on coconut water for hydration and keeping body temperature low.
So we'd planned to sail from Saint Lucia all the way down to Grenada, but we ran into another lot of pretty bad weather, so we ended up pulling into a place called Carriacou. I'm sure that's not pronounced correctly, but that's, phonetically speaking, it's Carriacou.
Carriacou, yep. So today we are leaving Saint Lucia and we are headed towards Grenada. So we're just packing up now. Riley's putting the engine back on the, what do you need?
That little red, right?
Yeah. One for the ladies. Oh yeah, work it, baby. Work it. just Eli in the kitchen here. We're cooking some dinner. I'm cooking some dinner. Frosted some groper and just frying up some veggies in coconut oil. So yeah, that's dinner. I'll show you the sunset. What you reading, Rouse? Bit of a squall here. We're going to take a reeve and prepare for night time. We had a few squalls last night and it's back again today. What's the wind gusting, Riley? You right?
Yeah. Fuck. 8 knots.
We just got 8 knots. Jeez. In a matter of 2 minutes it all just got a bit crazy, so we've dropped the mainsail. Just got a tiny bit of head sail out.
Can you just be down there with nav on? I'll take care of up here. I'm going to wind it in because I can't see a thing.
We pulled into a safe little anchorage for the night in Carrier Cayo, which is a tiny little island just north of Grenada. We arrived just before sunset and the sky quickly cleared up and the memories of the rough weather we had managed to catch over the past week or two quickly faded as we made some dinner and climbed into bed for the night. Thanks for watching, guys. Join us next week as we carry on down towards Grenada, where we prepare the Vagabonde for a haul out for the hurricane season, which Riley and I are both very sad about. And we take you guys back to Australia with us to show you the land down under.
Port de France to say.
Port de France.
Port de France.
Maybe it is Port de France. Yeah, just say Port de France.
Why?
I forget what it is.
Fort de France?
Fort de France or Port de France?
I don't know.
I think it's Fort de France. Say that.
Okay.
Saint Lucia.
Yeah, because there's a fort there.